Speak love.
Welcome to Let the Ball Bounce. This your host, Dre Bailey.
It's your man, Goose Thomas. What's good, people?
Yeah, man, this is what we do every Saturday, 2 p.m. Pacific Coast time. We give you guys the best of sports talk on YouTube, man. Please follow and subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Follow us on all of our social media handles. We are on X, which is Twitter, and that is with one T. Let the ball bounce at gmail.com if you want to be a sponsor of the show like Serenity Funeral Home. Also, there's only one. It's only one. Follow Let the Ball Bounce on Facebook, where we got the hottest sports talk page in the land, man.
Yeah.
Seriously. And this is given to us by the people. Yeah. We are for the people. We are the people's sports talk show, man.
I like to think that.
I would love, I'd love to. And so we've been doing it for a long time, and so we appreciate everybody who show us love and everybody who supported Let the Ball Bounce through the years. We got more and bigger and better things that we're going to give you guys as we continue on with this thing called life.
That thing right
We got
there.
a lot of sports noise being made in sports. We got some baseball spring training coming up, or just, it's starting.
Juan Soto went yard.
Yeah.
426 feet, bro.
Yeah, we're going to see how that Mets work out for him.
Yeah, 15 years.
Because I don't see Dwight Gooden sign any contracts.
No, he's not.
Or Daryl Strawberry and them like that.
One of those guys.
Or Mike Piazza.
Making their way back.
No, they're not.
No.
So, so we're going to see how that works out for him in baseball. Also, we got a little bit of football. We got some boxing.
Yeah, man.
That's getting ready to start here pretty soon.
It's popping right now, as a matter of fact.
And so we got some NBA news, a little bit of the All-Star game, what you guys thought of that, and just that whole debacle, and then the unravel. Is that what it's called?
Unrivaled.
The unrivaled women's basketball league. And
3-on-3 full court.
Yeah. I mean, you can get in shape like that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Man.
Maybe they need to send Luka to get in shape.
Well, hold on now.
Or Zion.
That would go against the executive order.
He can identify.
That would go against the executive order.
That's so funny. So we'll be right back. We got a lot of sports to talk about. I'm going to send Quan something so he can play. It's pretty funny, man. We love y'all. Let the ball bounce. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Your man, Goose Thomas.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Listen to the sponsors.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Serenity Funeral Home. We are a family-owned and operated funeral home where we offer complete personalized funeral services, leading our community in funeral and cremation services. Make an appointment for your pre-need and at-need arrangements by calling us at 702-647-0123. Once again, that number is 702-647-0123. Serenity Funeral Home, caring for your loved ones as if they're our own.
Yo, you tuned in to Gorilla Cross Radio.
Yes, sir. Welcome back. Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk on YouTube, man. That's what we do. We give you guys the best of sports talk. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Big ups to the producers of the show, myself, Goose Thomas, Bill Logan, and executive producer of the show, Shake DeVille out in Long Beach, our Laker insider, and then our producer of music here, Quan59, and executive producer of music, who does our intro song, is Speak Low.
Yeah.
Out in St. Louis, who is dropping a new album with Miss Toy called Crash Out. I think it's 226, so y'all go and check that out. 226 is the Crash Out album from Miss Toy, produced by Speak Low. So that should be dope, man. So there was an executive order that was put into place by Mr. Donald J. Trump.
I believe that's the middle name. Does that stand? What does it stand for? Jerome
or Jerk?
What does it
or
stand
Jack
for?
Off? Or
whoa,
we don't know. You may not like him, but I like the executive order he put into play.
I absolutely love the executive order that he put in place.
He put an executive order into play where men, boys, cannot play sports with women when it comes to professionally, and it just does not make no sense for a man to hop in a boxing ring with a woman.
It's crazy.
Only because he says he identifies with a woman so he could beat her to a pulp.
Yeah,
because that's what would happen. I know we have some strong women out there. I know we have some strong-willed women out there. I know we have some really skilled women boxers out there, but you're not stepping inside of a ring with a professional man and beating them.
Now, we know in some domestic violence cases, women beat on men.
All the time.
It happens all the time, right? But let's just, for sake of conversation, say that two people, male and a female, get into a boxing ring and they're of equal skill level. Right?
Yep.
The man is going to annihilate the woman.
It's not even the question over here.
It's criminal. I don't understand how people get off on stuff like this.
Man,
I don't understand it, bro. I don't get it. Like let's go back to the swimmer. What is
Leah
Thomas?
Yep.
Right.
Which I think he's changing his name from Leah.
Like, come on, man.
Back to Leonard.
Like, come on, man, for real.
Look,
what we talking about here?
We had a whole man out there swimming against women and beating them.
Come on, man.
Whole men out on the track field.
Yes.
beating them.
That's
now
happened.
my daughter and her friends, they play volleyball. They are really competitive, highly active, trying to get scholarships for volleyball type of deal.
Yeah.
Do you know if this executive order doesn't go in and they allow men and boys in sports, that they could take scholarships away from
Yes.
the actual girls who are going to school to play that sport?
Yeah.
To me, and when I talked to my daughter about it, and she was like, that's unacceptable, Dad.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't want to have to go and play against boys. Like, I just don't, that's not fair.
Right.
So,
Right. I don't get it, man. And for those that are new to the show or, just coming on here within the last couple of months or whatever the case, we've been talking about this for years.
Yeah.
This is not a thing that we just came up with off the top of our heads and decided to talk about. We have been talking about this very subject for at least 4 to 5 years, at least that.
I think, and I've said this, and I've been an advocate of this, maybe the transgender community should start their own league.
Yeah.
Like, start your own basketball league, your own football, or whatever it is.
Baseball, whatever it is.
Baseball, whatever it is, and then play against each other.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see you play against my daughter.
No, not interested in it. Don't do it.
So can we?
It's not
You
cool,
got the
man.
clip. We want
not
you guys
cool.
to check this clip out.
An executive order banning men from playing in women's sports. Many Democrats are fighting me on that. I hope you continue because you'll never win another race. The NCAA has complied immediately, by the way. That's good. But I understand Maine. Is Maine here, the governor of Maine? Are you not going to comply with it?
I'm complying with state and federal laws.
Well, we are the federal law. Well, you better do it. You better do it because you're not going to get any federal funding at all if you don't. And by the way, your population, even though it's somewhat liberal, although I did very well there, your population doesn't want men playing in women's sports. So you better comply because otherwise you're not getting any federal funding. Every state. Good. I'll see you in court. I look forward to that. That should be a real easy one. And enjoy your life after governor, because I don't think you'll be in elected politics.
Say what you want. I wholeheartedly agree.
Oh my
With that.
God. Oh my God.
And this is what hurts my heart.
Yeah.
There are more women
Yeah.
petitioning
That's the sad part.
to want men
That's the
to
sad
play
part.
against women.
What have we come to?
What?
What have we come to, man? This is crazy. I don't understand, man. I don't get it.
I want a man to play against my daughter so he can go
Come
up
on, man.
and
Come on, man. That's I'll never understand it, man. I just won't. I won't. I'll do you one better. I'm not even interested in trying to understand it.
You think I want my daughter to go up
man.
for a block?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, somebody goes up to hit the ball.
And
a
get
man
it spiked right through her face.
That too, but at the same time, when he lands, then his little raisins come out of his pants. And I don't know about you, but I don't eat raisins in my salad like that
I
there,
don't like raisins.
or like that here.
I don't like raisins like that, man. Yeah, I don't like raisins.
Or my potato salad.
Definitely don't like them in my potato salad.
I don't like raisins on nothing but just raisins. What do you put raisins? I'll eat raisin bran. I love raisin bran. I'm one of the few that do.
Not a raisin bran.
I'm a raisin bran guy.
Not a raisin
I
bran
like raisin cookie. What's the oatmeal raisin?
Yeah, like the cookie.
Oatmeal cookie.
I'll do that.
I'll do oatmeal raisin
I'll do
cookies
that.
all day.
I'll do that.
Bread pudding?
Raisins in your bread pudding?
It's actually good.
No.
I'll take your
I'll
word
take
for
your
it.
word for it.
I'll bring you some.
Banana pudding only. Shout out to my pops, man. He made a ridiculous banana pudding for my sister's birthday party last night, man.
And you didn't bring me none though.
Because it's gone.
Damn.
It was annihilated.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna need you when I see your pops. I'm gonna tell him.
He'll make you
I'm
one.
gonna need
Pops will make
him
you one.
to make enough.
He'll make you
for
a whole
leftover.
One. He'll make you a whole
Now,
one.
tell him make me a little small one though.
Yeah, he'll make you a whole one.
He make good banana
Man,
pudding.
look.
Bread pudding.
Banana pudding.
Banana pudding. Ooh. Does he use like the vanilla wafers?
Yeah. Pop's special with that. Can't
He
lie.
use real bananas?
Yes. The only look, it's two things that my daddy make that I put up against anybody: the banana pudding and his spaghetti. Ridiculous.
I would eat his spaghetti because he doesn't have anything to put. He doesn't have anything to put in it, as if like the counterparts.
Wow.
Because I was when I grew up, my mom said, never eat.
Yeah.
Do not eat a woman's spaghetti.
Yeah. True story.
That's
True story.
I mean, that's what my mom told me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I'll eat your dad's because guess what?
Yeah.
He's dad.
He has no leftovers.
I make some pretty good You know what I make good? That mac and cheese.
The mac and cheese is bomb. Can't hold you. Yeah. Can't hold you on that one, brother.
Yeah.
Mac and cheese
Here's some of the best dishes with raisins in it.
Oh my gosh.
So you do have the cookies.
Oatmeal raisin cookies. Okay.
Rice cooked in milk with raisins.
No, I'm cool.
I don't know what that is. Curry rice with raisins.
Curry rice?
No. I don't want nothing curry with raisins.
Carrot raisin salad.
First off,
I've had that.
Say that again.
The
carrot raisin salad.
Carrot raisin salad. I've had that before.
Oh yeah. Wait. Karen.
With the sliced up
the
carrots. Yeah, I've had it before.
Oh, okay.
Carrot raisin salad.
They serve it at the buffets.
Let me tell you why I don't eat a lot of raisins in my food, as he's showing on the screen right here. It looked like roaches, and when I was growing up, I can only speak for myself. I saw at least 10 roaches throughout the week.
Broccoli raisin salad.
No matter where I went when I was growing up, I could go to my cousin's house,
Didn't matter.
which elevated the roaches. They were probably more like 50 a visit. But throughout the week, seeing roaches was just the thing.
Yeah.
And so you get up in the morning or dinner and food's waiting for you and you see these little black things, I'm just not going to test that out.
Yeah, I'm not
Now,
interested.
oatmeal raisin cookies are some of my favorite cookies of all time. They got to be soft.
Yeah, I like the soft one. I like the soft. Yeah.
Got to be real soft.
Yeah. And the cookie got to be wrinkled.
Yes.
Hella.
What cookie ain't wrinkled?
Well, I'm talking overly wrinkled.
Yeah. I like mine. I kind of like mine like it's barely stained. Together.
Staying together. I gotta.
Yeah, I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Sugar cookies. I like sugar cookies, but I don't eat a lot of dishes with raisins. But if you do, please give us a call at 702-608-3259. Let us know how that experience
Share your
is.
raisin story with us.
Yeah, share your raisin story with us. So, big ups to Trump, whether you like him or not.
This is a fantastic.
This is a fantastic
I love this.
thing where
Great
he
law.
is actually not allowing men to go in here and annihilate our women's sports.
And if you don't think that this rule is at least reasonable, I have to question your heart.
Existence?
Number one, I have to question your ticker, man.
Yeah.
Like just the thought of that. A boy playing alongside young girls. How do you figure that is right?
Now, they do have co-ed sports when they're little.
Yeah.
Like we were in a co-ed
Softball. We was playing co-ed softball. Yeah, that
co-ed
happens.
softball and volleyball.
Right.
They had the little,
That
when
happens.
we were
But
when they were
it's certain
tinier.
rules.
Yeah.
As well.
It is.
Like when we did the co-ed basketball league.
Yeah.
At least one female on the court at a time. And
at all
the
times.
other female had to guard that female.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So come on, man. Like let's get past the BS, man. Let's stop it, please. Please, man. Please.
Let the ball bounce. Sports Talk. Your guy Dre Bailey.
Bengals, Thomas.
The women's 3-on-3 league.
Unrivaled,
unrivaled. It just ended.
Yeah.
And they're making some pretty decent money.
Yeah, man. Nafisa Collier, obviously one of the owners, along with Brianna Stewart. Nafisa Collier won the one-on-one tournament, collecting $200,000. Now, let's put this into perspective. Nafisa Collier doesn't make $200,000 a year playing in the WNBA.
Nope.
Well, the average for Unrivaled is 222, 222. So they're averaging more money than the highest max contract of the WNBA.
That's crazy. Because the highest max deal is what, like $215?
Something like
for a season?
The WNBA's regular max contract is $214.
Wow. That's for a season. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Nafisa Collier is I'd say she's one of the top 5 or 10 players in the W. And she made more in a one-on-one tournament in a league she created that actually has a better TV deal than the W itself, in my opinion, than she did for an entire season.
So it's saying players also receive equity in the league with a percentage based on years signed and other basketball accomplishments. Players also receive bonuses, including a cash prize for winning the one-on-one tournament.
Nice.
The winner of the one-on-one tournament receives at least $250,000, and each player on the winning team receives $10,000.
Wow. So hold on.
But is that sustainable? Like, where are they getting that money from? Is it sustainable for a 10-year period?
Well, their sponsorship, like I just mentioned, to me is better than the W itself. So, I mean, just with the sponsorship dollars alone, I think they can sustain. If this is a thing, I mean, they have the TNT deal, True TV. And what is it, HBO Max? So, I mean, just with that, I think they could be well off sustaining.
So they're saying it's a guaranteed 3-year deal.
At least that. So
with a 3-year WBD, WBD, I don't know what that is. Option that could take the total 6-year value to approximately $100 million.
I mean,
so what's the WNBA doing?
What are they doing? Kind of like this reminds me of about 3 years ago when the PGA, when Live Golf was created and branched away from, the PGA creating a rival league, so to speak. And, Live Golf, paying their winners $4 million a tournament for the winner, with last place even collecting a $40,000 check. All of a sudden, the PGA, Jay Monahan being the commissioner, found $275 million just in a seat cushion. All of a sudden, you got more money now. The Masters, which is probably the highest paid tournament from top to bottom, went from like a $1.8 million purse to like a $2.7 million purse. All of a sudden. They found money.
Well, you find money for especially when they trying to keep their players or keep their people over.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see, in this next couple of years what's going to happen.
I'm in a business where I'm talking to people who say that they don't have money all the time, and then all of a sudden it gets close to the funeral service. And the funeral service come, and all of a sudden they got money.
Yeah.
They found it somewhere.
They found it.
Brand new outfits for everybody.
Yeah. Probably in a GoFundMe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
People find money for what they really want to use the money for.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
So, speaking of the PGA, they knew all along they had them. They just been being cheap.
Yeah,
but now you found some people that come over, with real oil money.
Yeah. Now you gotta What you want to do? Now they're talking about the top like 6 or 7 guys from Live actually being able to participate in PGA events now.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, when your top guys are in another league, somewhere else making a better living, that means your product is suffering for it.
Or you're gonna have to come up off them chips.
Or you're gonna have to come up off them chips.
Well, that's what the Unrivaled did. They gave her 200, and so now Candace Parker is calling for NBA players to play in the one-on-one in WNBA Unrivaled.
Yeah, or have their own version of it.
I don't know, but
it's. Look, man, you
first off, I hope she's not talking about NBA players playing WNBA players in no one-on-one.
Right.
Because any WNBA player gets matched up with anybody that comes off the bench, the 13th guy, they're going to get rent out of the gym.
It's going to be all bad.
Can you imagine Zion Williamson
Come on, man.
playing
No.
pop-pop?
Well, she says she can give DeMarcus Cousins the business, man. I want to see it.
So
pop, that's crazy.
Well, that's what she called herself.
Yeah. Pops, man.
Pops.
Pops.
I don't understand. I just don't understand this infatuation with being whatever. I guess that's a whole nother show.
Yeah. No, it could be this one. It could be this one.
I don't understand the infatuation of being so equal on everything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, there's just certain things it's
because there are things I don't dream of being on the same equal playing field as a woman.
I just don't.
I'm not interested in it. I don't want to be on your equal playing field as far as being able to carry a baby. I don't want to do that.
I looked at the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger going through a whole term.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
What movie was that?
That's tough.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger actually, he was pregnant in that movie.
That's crazy.
It's a really good movie.
That's crazy.
But he went full term, gave birth and everything like that there.
Bless him. But
and guess what? There are some women out here who want to see men go through a pregnancy just so they can teach us a lesson. This is what our bodies go through. I understand that's what your body go through. I understand that's why God put you here for to endure. What? Yeah, and Danny DeVito was the dad. Look at an ultrasound and everything.
Ultrasound. That's crazy.
I don't want to do that.
No.
I'll take your word for it, and I've been really, empathetic and sympathetic to a lot of, when each one of my kids were born. Would you like any water? Would you want me to move this pillow? You want me to move this pillow this way? You need a blanket. You want me to go grab you something to eat? I'll do all of that.
Yeah,
I'm your errand boy. Whatever you need. Whatever you need. I'm just saying.
Yeah, errand boy.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I ain't got no.
Whatever title you want to.
Yeah, whatever you want to give me, I'll be that.
Right now.
I'll be that.
Yeah. Red man in the building, man.
You know what I'm saying?
City, man. Shout out Brick City.
So, did you like the NBA All-Star Game festivities weekend, dunk contest, 3-point contest? All-Star Sunday. It wasn't really traditional. This was something that Steph Curry really pushed as far as the All-Star game. This was like part of his doing. We'll talk about that. And then second part question, Draymond saying that the Golden State Warriors are going to win it all this year.
Well, to answer
and Steph Curry agreeing.
Well, to answer the first part of your two-parter, the answer is no. Short answer, no. And we've been saying this for years. This is no new thing that has just been brought up. NBA All-Star Weekend absolutely stinks. It is the epitome of horrific. And I think with the comments that Draymond made, speaking of Draymond, the comments that he made by him saying that these rookies are getting ready are touching Sunday. They're getting out there and being able to play in the All-Star game on Sunday. It just drives that point home to me. At one point, the Rising Stars game was a Saturday night thing. I understand the NBA is trying to experiment right now. You know, Adam Silver is trying anything that he can, but it's now becoming redundant. It's now becoming nauseating that you're now experimenting just to keep fans engaged.
We're not engaged, though.
We're not engaged, man. Because now it's a gimmick. We don't want to be a part of your gimmick anymore.
No, they should still do the rookie. The
Rookie sophomore game
was perfectly fine.
Tell them to play harder. How about that? How about play harder?
How about up the purse?
Well, I don't even think that'll matter, to be honest. Look,
how about if you win money. If you lose, you get nothing.
Because everybody's out there getting a check.
But
just
you
for
don't
participating.
get a check.
But if you lose, you don't get one. I would be with that. Okay, fine. I'm with that. Cool.
But is that gonna drive the players away for saying, you know what? If I'm not gonna be getting paid, because what I'm finding is it's all LeBron James' fault. It's all his fault. And let me tell you what I saw this morning.
That's funny.
They said the NBA All-Star game went to the dumps when Kobe Bryant retired. They said
that was the last of the Mohicans.
Yeah, they said when LeBron James was the face and he was in, the only one at the time, that he turned the NBA All-Star weekend into what we see it now, spoiled rich brats who don't really come out and compete, and that it's his fault. And we have a lot of people that's on our Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk page on YouTube and on Facebook who say they're pissed at LeBron because he could have said something earlier in order to give somebody else that spot. And by him not playing in the All-Star game, that was one of the weakest selfish moves that he could ever make. Stephen A. spoke on it. And this man has been to 20 All-Star games, and this is his first one he missed.
That's crazy.
And so now we mad.
I'm hearing there's a possibility he did tell them on Friday, but since they are already having problems with the All-Star game, hey, LeBron, we'll announce it afterwards because we still need to use your face because your face is all over all the All-Star
tickets,
everything.
Sales, everything.
And so we can announce it when it doesn't matter anymore. And you can still be here.
And Draymond said on the show, I could have told y'all he wasn't playing.
Yeah, everyone knew.
Everybody knew. It wasn't a surprise to any player that he wasn't playing, just to us fans. But we mad, though.
I don't even think it was a surprise to me when I found out. Better yet, I didn't even care. Like, I didn't even care that he didn't play.
And I'm a LeBron fan. I'm what they call a LeBron sack, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I love LeBron. I like to see him. But when he said he wasn't playing, I was like, all right.
And as a Laker fan, would you rather him not play?
I don't
want him getting hurt playing against the Rising Stars.
Yeah.
That was stupid anyways, watching them.
Take my fandom out of it. Let's kill the fandom. I didn't care that he didn't play.
Me neither.
Because I wasn't that interested in the game to begin with.
I wasn't going to really watch it.
I wasn't interested in it.
I think I watched 5 or 10 minutes. I took a shower and I was out.
Bro.
I had a couple of drops to make like that too.
Come on, man. Come on, dog. Like, let's stop fake caring about an event that we know stinks. The event stinks, guys. all of NBA All-Star Weekend sucks. It's terrible. And this is not a hot take. This is what it is. The event sucks. All 3 days or whatever it is a waste of time.
And going back to Kobe, like it hasn't been the same. Kobe won the All-Star MVP in Vegas in 2007. Mm-hmm. That game was a blowout. It was a boring game. People were saying they need to do something, and that was 2007. So you can't say when Kobe retired it went down.
Come on, man.
They've had issues with the All-Star game for a long time. There's even games in the 80s and 90s that were blowouts, and you're like, okay, what can we do? I think Adam Silver's trying to make too many changes and trying to be drastic every year.
It's too much.
Just make them have them play harder.
Yeah.
Do something, but to have all these gimmicks, to have Kevin Hart on
that was terrible
screen for over 5 hours,
that was an,
like
that
total
was an
screen time for Kevin Hart that weekend.
That was an eyesore.
So I'm not gonna knock anybody's hustle, and a part of Kevin, what's his name again? Kevin Hart. part of Kevin Hart's hustle is social media. Getting himself out there, trying to show his comedic skills and his love for basketball, and trying to be too funny and just be this main comedic guy. But I didn't think that he was funny. I'm just a different comedy type of guy. Yeah. Like I liked George Carlin, I liked Red Fox, I liked Sam Kinison, I liked Richard Pryor, I liked Paul Mooney, I liked Mike Epps, I like Earthquake, I like
Bill Burr,
Bill Burr. I like Carol Burnett, I like the slapstick. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a different type of person about comedy. Yeah. And Kevin Hart may be your cup of tea, but I didn't think that having him on, it was just really obnoxious to me. And I'm not,
So it used to be funny, right? But now he's the same comic, and it's been 15 years of the same thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying it looked like TNT was just having a farewell party for themselves.
Interesting.
Because this is their last, so they were just doing a lot of different gimmicks,
little pomp and
circumstance. There was a lot of, and this is their last year. They didn't care. They're done anyway. So I don't know who has the All-Star game next year, if it's NBC or Prime or whatever, but or ESPN.
Yeah. I mean, give it to NBC and let Mike Tirico do
it. Did you see the skills challenge when Wemby and
this
Chris
is
Paul?
What I mean,
why they do that?
Come on,
why'd they do that? That was really
come on, dog.
Like, and you see why people don't.
Nobody's tuning into that.
Why would you do that? Please show a clip of Wemby. Wemby just throwing the ball. Him and
that
Chris,
might have caused blood clot.
Whoa. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, that's come on, man. Like
Bumba clot.
And Chris Paul, being the veteran that he is,
he know better,
and the respected veteran that he is. Isn't he the president of the NBA PA?
I think CJ is now.
CJ, okay. Well, I know he was at one point.
Yeah, he was for a long time.
Like, why would you do that?
That's
bro?
Ridiculous.
Why?
That didn't make any sense
in
to
the
me.
state
Look at this
that the NBA is in right now. Look at, come on.
They're just going for time.
And Reggie Miller in the background trying to justify it.
He's the worst too.
Sir.
But the skills challenge in general, right? Like what this is like.
They used to take it serious.
Yeah, but this is what we did in 5th grade PE. NBA skills challenge. The NBA players should not be doing bounce passes through a hoop. The skills challenge has been stupid from the beginning. I can't believe it's lasted this long.
When it was the team thing where they used the NBA player and the WNBA player,
that was okay. That was a little bit different. I would rather see Norm Nixon and those cats tear their Achilles in the Legends game than. I mean, the Legends game was cool. It stopped because you had these older players tearing their Achilles and stuff.
Yeah. Well, my thing is this. If you're going to have a skills challenge, make it skillful for the NBA players, not 6th grade-ish. No, seriously. Like, put some real stuff. Like, they got to really do some stuff. I mean, you can think of something. We can think of something.
I don't think we can think of anything because it hasn't been thought of to this point. Look, the only thing
It's tragic.
that I liked about Sunday, actually both days, Saturday and Sunday, was the target score thing.
Yeah.
That made them play with a little bit of urgency.
And now we got all the black people in America.
But that's about it.
Showing their true colors, mad that the boy Mac McClung is a 3-time
my godson
NBA
right there.
slam dunk champion. I mean, we got black people mad.
Hey man, look.
And then we pulled out. I didn't know we had that many white people in the Let the Ball Bounce Sports Talk group on Facebook. They were coming out the woodwork.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
I thought white men couldn't jump. I mean, they just going all in.
The
boy got hops, and
Yes, he
now
does.
you got new conspiracy theorists saying that he's pushing off. That's why he always has to have somebody holding the
push
ball
off.
because he's catapulting himself. How is this a catapult?
How?
The boy cleared a whole car.
Cleared a whole car and another half a person. What are we talking about?
They said it wasn't good because Blake did it.
No, Blake did it
jumped
over the
over the
front of the
he
car.
did it over the front
He
of the
didn't
car.
do it over this
He
part.
didn't do it
And
over
he
the
had someone
sunroof.
throw it to him.
Yeah, he did.
And he's a foot taller.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Wow, man.
And he's only half white.
He really was.
Yeah, he really was. Yeah. True story. That's crazy, man. I again, I'm over it. I'm over All-Star Weekend, the NBA edition, and our guy PK Subban, former NHL
Let's play that.
player, had some choice words about it. And for those that did not hear what PK had to say, we got a clip for you, man.
Well, listen, hockey's a different sport from the NBA. You can't compare the cultures because of the way the game is played. You can step on an NBA floor and go through the emotions.
I don't like his lineup,
You can't
by
do
the
that
way.
in hockey.
Just letting you know.
You can't. Like, the culture of our sport, you have to play it with passion.
He has the Eddie
You
Munster.
have to be willing to fight. You have to be willing to leave it on the ice. That's what fans are investing in. So for us, when we charge $1,500 for a ticket to come to fans know what they're getting. Cale Makar, the best defenseman in the world, wasn't in the lineup for this game. This was the most viewed game that we've had in years. And you see it, it's because it's not just based on the skill and
Is that
talent.
a Gordon Gartrell
It's based on
sweater?
the pride, honor, playing for the guy next to you. I got a question for the NBA players. What the hell are you playing for? What are you playing for? It's not about the money. You make all the money. What, you're injured? Well, there's a difference between being hurt and injured. Are you hurt or are you injured? There's a difference. In hockey, we play hurt.
Hockey is
play
hockey,
injured.
though.
That is the culture
it
of the
is.
sport.
It is.
It's always been that way. So you want to talk about the business, the CBA, fans get all of that. But what do fans resonate with? They resonate with what's real. You got to fight sometimes for your country. You got to compete.
Here we
you
go.
got to go out there and leave it on the ice because
Well,
those
I think
people
he
are
just
paying the
in
price of
comparison,
admission.
with
So fans know
that.
whether our stars are on the ice or not, they're getting their money's worth. The NBA has that issue that they got to work on. You got to create a better culture for your players. It starts with the leaders. This issue, there was no issue when Jordan was around. There was no issue when Kobe was around. There's no issue when Sidney Crosby's around. There's no issue when Wayne Gretzky was around because those are true leaders. They lead by example. Sidney Crosby, Hockey Canada, those
Okay,
players,
turn
both Canada
Eddie
and US,
Winslow
they were the
off.
players that
Yeah.
So PK Winslow, what do you think?
I think he has a point to a certain degree. Now, look, we can talk about NBA versus NHL salary and all of that good stuff. We know that, the NHL, star players don't make a quarter of what NBA star players make per year. We know that. But to his point about the way the respective games are played, I absolutely 100% agree with him on that. You can't play hockey haphazard.
You can't.
you can die out there. In basketball, I can be casual. I mean, we saw it for years with and one. They were casual. You can play basketball casually.
Yeah.
Can you also play with passion? Yes, you can.
Now, do you think that the NBA players may not want to play hard like that? Because what if we're watching an NBA All-Star game and you got Joker, and he goes up, contestant, tight game, comes down, tears his ACL.
I mean, what if Connor McDavid did the same thing? He's just as valuable to the Edmonton Oilers as Joker is to the Denver Nuggets.
And I think what the NBA players, and I can't speak from a player standpoint, but I can try to see where they're going, is they're not willing to get hurt in an all-star game when their bigger focus is to get their team into the playoffs and maybe hopefully winning an NBA championship.
And look, I agree, but you still can play hard without injuring. Like, you're not finna see no chase down blocks and knocking people out of the air or none of that. That's not gonna happen. But I can still play defense.
Be competitive.
I can still compete.
Yeah.
And I think that's what PK was trying to say. Now, even in the regular format of the NHL All-Star, you're not seeing people getting smashed against the boards or nothing like that, but they're still playing hard. And I think that's the difference when you look at NHL versus, hell, we can even throw Major League Baseball in there. Like, and we can just leave the NFL totally out of this. I'm not going to even speak on the NFL. We know that's a crock of shit.
Right.
And
isn't that where the NBA is getting to, though? Like, it looked almost like the NFL Pro Bowl we
had.
had.
It
really
almost
does.
looks like the Pro Bowl now.
It does. Well, it's probably
it's
worse.
nauseating.
It's probably worse than the Pro Bowl.
No, not yet. Not yet. Not quite. Not quite.
I mean, they wasn't playing Pro Bowl like that when you know, my favorite safety of all time.
Oh,
was
man,
out there
he was knocking
heads
punters
off.
out. Like that because the game is played with passion. And we see when it's not played with passion, what happens.
Well, I'm looking at it, and I'm be devil's advocate, because I agree with a lot of things that what PK was saying, right? Basketball, NBA has become more of a business now. Not saying that, boy, here it is right here. Yum!
Or what you thought. Sir, what did you think? What did you think was about to happen to you, sir?
Rest in heaven,
What?
sir.
What you thought was about to happen to you,
Sean
man?
Taylor was the man. The you.
What?
The you.
Yeah, big time. He had to go give him some love for that. Man, but God Lee, bro.
He still don't know where he's at.
I mean, that's what you do.
Hell wrong with you, sir.
This is football, though.
This is football.
So I think what's going on now is the NBA is more of a business. They're trying to. It's more about the money and trying to leverage as much money you can get with your team. Because can you name 10 players right now that is playing basketball at an all-time high, and you can tell that they absolutely are playing because they love the game and they get money? Can you name 10? And see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I probably could, but when you get a product like we got on last Sunday, and in the previous past 10 to 12 All-Star games that's been played, it's kind of hard to give those players that credit because they're part of the problem. So it's tough.
It's really tough to find play. Like right now, if I'm thinking off the top of my head, and when I watch them play.
And you talking about just strictly the All-Star game?
No,
or just in general?
Just in general, of players in the league right now that are playing hard
that's
and
just
that
hoopers,
and they
that just
love.
Want to get out there and hoop.
I can see Joker.
Yep.
I can see LeBron still doing it.
KD, I think he gets out there and he just want to hoop.
Booker, he gets out there.
Devin Booker wants to hoop.
You know, But then I see a lot of players out there who's getting a lot of money who's just kind of,
they
cruising through,
Steph Curry still plays hard at his age, at 36.
Joel Embiid,
he's a joke. He's a joke.
Kawhi Leonard, Paul George.
Now, to Kawhi Leonard's credit, when he's actually out there, Kawhi plays hard. When he's actually out there.
When I'm actually at the show, I do a great job. I mean, bruh, this dude just does not.
Bill did better last week than he's doing this week.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I do a lot better when I show up 100% to do the job. But if I'm not,
Norman Powell, or are you talking about just stars?
Just period. Like,
I think Kyrie still gives it his
Kyrie,
own.
yes, Kyrie. But what I'm saying is, there's only like 1 or 2 out of each team, and there's like 13 to 14 guys on each squad.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
It's just tragic.
Which further drives the point that PK was trying to make. It's just not in the All-Star game. We're talking about overall. And we've talked about this before,
it's tragic,
bro. We've talked about this before, bro. We have. This is not a new conversation that you and I have had.
Well,
and I'm saying it again. I talked to you guys about this a couple weeks ago. The next CBA could create a lockout because owners are looking at this right now.
They're looking at it,
seeing those supermax contracts and everything going on, and seeing that these players don't play.
Yeah,
I can see a lockout for the next CBA. This is going to be rough, and these players are ruining it for the future players.
Yeah,
it. Who said that?
KG and Paul Pierce spoke about it.
Yeah, they spoke about it.
Hey, man, you messing up the bag, bro.
I agree. Now, although I am a players guy, I'm all for the players. Players getting more money, players becoming their own agents. Big ups to SGA on that. Players leveraging to get more money, because for so long we have been, I don't want to say taken advantage of, but we have been used to market a league and to make money and line the pockets of owners and business partners like that, and they weren't giving the players the amount of money that they were worth. Right? Michael Jordan was not paid nearly the amount of money that he should have been playing, being the GOAT and the face of the NBA.
Yep.
For a long time, he was making $6-8 million a year. That boy should have been making $50 million a year. He was making more money on endorsements than he was actually playing. And so I agree with the players with, trying to get more money, trying to leverage more money, but at the same time, if they're going to give you more money, they want to see a better product that's being put out on the floor. And right now, that's not being done. We could talk about one product that won't be out on the floor for the foreseeable future, and that is Wembanyama for the San Antonio Spurs. With the newly acquired De'Aaron Fox, were expected to make a push.
They was trying to make a run, bro,
towards the playoffs and further with CP3 over there, and he just found out that he has a blood clot in his shoulder that will sideline him. He's done for the season.
Yeah, I don't see what folks were trying to get at by saying they were tanking to get Cooper Flagg, because it has been reported that Cooper Flagg is now considering staying at Duke another year.
That's what he say.
That's what he says. That's what he says.
That boy coming out.
It's been.
He's trying to throw people off.
Yeah, and that's cool.
It's all good.
That's
Go to
cool.
Washington. They'll like you like that.
They'll love you. But
I think he's.
I'm not necessarily sure the Spurs were trying to tank.
No,
you don't
bro.
make a trade like that.
No.
Bring him over with that young crop of good players they have over there and tank.
Right now, I like Cooper Flagg. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But with what San Antonio has on their roster right now, he'll be sitting down. I'm sorry.
And first of all, you can't lie on an NBA injury report and lie about a blood
You can't
clot.
do that. It's especially
impossible.
something that serious.
First off, this is serious because
That's serious, bro.
He may, and God forbid
Right.
that this happens, but we've seen it time and time again. And one Chris Bosh, who body just kept getting blood clots, and he had to retire at least 6 years before.
How long did Chris Bosh play in the league? 15 years? Did he give us at least 15?
I don't think he gave us 15, bro. I want to say he gave us a good
12,
11.
11?
I could be wrong, though.
I mean, you got to think he played a long time with
Toronto. It was only like 7 years, though.
Played like
maybe
7, 8
6
years with Toronto. He played those 4 with Miami.
Bro, he may not have made.
You might be right, bro. I don't think he made 12, 13.
That's what I'm saying,
I don't
bro.
think he made it to 13 years, bro.
And what I'm saying is that he had blood clots.
13 on the dot.
13 on the dot.
13 on the dot.
Bro, that's what I'm saying.
And he was technically in the league when he didn't play for 16, 17 seasons.
See?
And he wanted to come back. Doctors wouldn't let him come
They
back.
would not let him come back. Them blood clots are serious.
Serious thing.
Right?
Now that's leading me to think something may or may not have been wrong with Kevin Martin. Remember when Kevin Martin played like 12 years, I think,
for the Pacers?
Wasn't nothing wrong with Kevin Martin. He just retired. He was like in the prime of his career and just shut it down. I think he played with Minnesota.
Well, I think
did he play with Minnesota? Kevin Martin?
Yeah, he did. He did play for Minnesota.
Yep.
I think that this is something serious that Wemby is going through because he could potentially not play again.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, we got Facebook
doctors and physicians and stuff,
claims,
that claims, he should only be out 6 to 7 weeks or something like that.
Just giving a diagnosis through their Apple iPhones is crazy.
So what it's saying here is Wemby's diagnosis was fairly straightforward. Had a blood clot in the shoulder, deep vein thrombosis, DVT, and the typical treatment for DVT is blood thinner medication. They're saying a lot of this because the size of these players and then being on planes often helps create those blood clots. So it's actually crazy that we don't see this a lot more. This is more of what Brandon Ingram had a couple years ago, and he's fully recovered from that.
Okay.
And hasn't had any issues.
Okay.
Bosch's was more serious because it affects his lungs. So he had a blood clot in one of his lungs.
Not good.
So, I mean, that's the difference here, which made that more life-threatening than what Wemby has.
Not good.
No, it ain't good. Chris Paul and KD was jawing at it a little bit. They was going back and forth.
I mean,
let's just say that the experiment that Phoenix is doing right now, because I think they lost the last 9 of 11 games or something.
They lost like 9
crazy.
out of 10, bro. Yep.
It's just crazy.
Their only win is against Utah.
Yeah.
In an overtime game.
So
it's been pretty bad for Phoenix.
It's been pretty bad for Phoenix. And so let me just go ahead and say this. Back in June 2021, the Phoenix Suns, with the 2-0 lead in the finals, are just 2 wins away from the title. Chris Paul, in his first season with the Phoenix, is poised to win his first ever NBA title with the young guns like Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton and others. Phoenix is looking like a dynasty in the making. However, they lose 4 straight games and fail to secure the championship. Fast forward to 2022. The Suns came out even better, finishing with 64 wins and the best record of the year. Phoenix are the favorite to win it all. However, that turned out to be the peak of Paul, Booker, and Ayton trio. A disastrous Game 7 in the second round ended a promising 2022 season for the Suns, a humiliating loss in front of the whole crowd. The following season, they traded their future for a win-now move, acquiring Kevin Durant in exchange for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and picks. Despite landing KD, the Suns made another second-round exit against the Nuggets. Before the 2024 started, the Suns traded away Ayton to the Blazers and Paul to the Wizards, ending Paul and Booker and Ayton's era. Now, with that being said,
and that trade was for number 3 from the Wizards. I can't think of his name because he doesn't do anything anymore. But they thought he was going to be their third star.
Oh, yeah.
Not Kyle Kuzma.
No.
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal. So, is it safe to say that the Suns were a better team when they had Paul, Aiden,
overall.
And let me put one more fact in there. They had an owner, Sarver, that was forced to sell the team.
Yep.
And this new owner came in and decided to be an owner, doesn't know anything about basketball. And we could kind of fast forward to last month. You get a new owner that wants to make his voice heard, and he does stupid things.
Well, guess who was in his ear as a NBA liaison on helping him with his transition?
Nico.
Isaiah Thomas. Zeke.
Are we talking about
Phoenix?
The Phoenix Suns owner? Didn't he, where did he play his college ball? He played college ball somewhere, didn't he?
Oh, man.
Didn't he play at Michigan?
Who's that?
The Phoenix Suns owner.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know he played basketball. I didn't think he knew anything about basketball because he didn't seem to when he came in.
I just don't understand. My thing is this. When Chris Paul and KD got into it, Paul basically was saying, how that trade working out for we was better than you know what I'm saying? They kind of jawing back and forth. And so, what can you do?
Yeah, he played at Michigan State.
Boy.
Yeah, he was part of the Flintstones.
You know what? I'm done.
He was part of that Flintstones roster. Yes. From 99 to 2002, he played with Mo Pete and them. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. He was a backup point guard on that team.
His parents must got bread.
Probably so, man.
Either that or he sold his property in Texas.
Might be a thing.
For some with oil under it. Something like that there.
Hey, man.
Well, just in, ESPN announced yesterday that it is terminating the partnership with the Major League Baseball, citing the $550 million annual right fees excessively too high. As a result, baseball will no longer be featured on the network starting in 2026.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
35 years, man.
That is nuts.
That's nuts, bro.
If ESPN finds the $550 million figure unsustainable for MLB, it raises questions about the viability of their staggering $2.6 billion annual agreement with the NBA.
How is it?
The deal is being criticized as potentially the worst in history of sports television.
But you had it for 35 years. I don't get it. You show a game every night. You show a game every night. And speaking of, I know we may or may not have gotten, we're going to get to it, but we were talking about the Four Nations tournament, PK Subban in his comments. The championship game the other night, as far as
we go there right now.
TV viewership, was viewed more than several Major League Baseball pennant race games.
Yikes.
Several. Multiple. I'm talking recent, like last year's pennant race. Year before that's pennant race.
They have to figure out a way to.
I mean, you can't tell me that baseball is just out.
No.
We all. I watch baseball year round. You watch baseball year round. We watch it all the time. We just don't wait to the playoffs. We watch regular season games. A lot of people that we know wait until the playoffs to watch it.
Or until their team is in the playoffs.
Okay, so why is one game of Four Nations hockey outviewing several pennant race games when everybody's watching it?
That part.
Okay, man.
Now, you want to know what was the most watched on my phone this year? Ebony's galore.com. I'm just trying to figure out how we can tap in to some of this money. Cause it's a whole lot of $515 million, bro. I'm being serious though, man. Like a lot of people ain't gonna admit, but what call it how you want to call it, like that there. Damn it. I watch baseball year round.
Yeah.
I'm talking about I'll sit there and watch a whole game, though.
Regular season
and we
game,
go to games.
1 to 162. If I'm not watching, I'm listening.
And I'm also watching Ebony Galore full round. What are we talking about, man? Your guy, Dre Bailey. Let's talk about this fight real quick so we can let these people go. The fight, it's already started.
Yeah.
It started. I think the main event started 15 minutes ago.
Beterbiev and Bivol, 2. Shakur Stevenson is fighting on that card as well. Young bull Shakur Stevenson, man, might be the most avoided fighter right now, man. I've been following the dude since the Rio 2016 Olympics. Kid out of New Jersey, man, Brick City. Very, very skilled fighter. Love Shakur Stevenson.
Young bull.
Young bull, man. I like him a lot. Not sure, what the status of that fight card is right now, but yeah, man, I look for him to be victorious tonight. Really do.
I mean, they should be in the third or fourth round, maybe right now.
That should be up because I think it's the co-main event on the Bivol Beterbiev fight card.
Yeah.
I think it's the co-main. So yeah, man. Some good fights, going down, man. It's a lot of some UFC fight night going on right now as well. So yeah, man, all my combat sports fans, man. Tap in, man.
Curtis Coleman. He wants us
man,
to
Kurt,
wants to see if we can come out Tuesday and maybe talk about his son with the NIL deals and things like that.
Man. I think that's pretty dope, man.
Big ups to all of the kids in Vegas, man, who are doing their tournament. I think last night was Gorman.
Yeah, Gorman Mojave for the state title last night, man, and Gorman wins it.
Yeah.
Gorman won going away. Shout out Coach Kiwan, man, over there at Mojave, bro.
Yeah, is Thomas McTire still his assistant coach over there?
I believe so. Him and Perk, I think, are still with him, if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah, I heard it was a good game.
Yeah, it was, man. I was watching it on Facebook, man. Shout out to No Plays Off Sports Talk.
We need to
blessing us.
We really need to start getting out to more high school basketball games here in Las Vegas. And just high school football games.
I missed it this year, man. I had so much going on, man. I couldn't get to any games.
Yeah.
This
well,
year.
you're looking good though.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, man.
How often you in the gym?
We in there 4 days a week, man.
Yeah, I'm about 5.
We at it, man. Just it's diet mostly.
Yeah.
With me, man, I lay off the bread, man. Minimal
man,
dairy
let me
products.
tell you, them carbs.
Yeah, man. Minimal dairy products too, man. I don't think we, I like to throw a little ice cream in there every now and again, man. I love Bluebell. That's my go-to. But shout out to my sister, man. We celebrated her birthday last night.
That's what's up.
I had me a little scoop of peach cobbler and some Bluebell ice cream last night.
I'm gonna set up a dinner for us here at Let the Ball Bounce and maybe go back over to Cleveland or maybe just head over to Herbs and Rye. I'll hit Natalia up and say just go over to Herbs and Rye, get a couple steaks or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna link that up. But yeah, man. Shout out to my boy Dale Cuss who celebrated a birthday. We went out bowling, so big ups to Dale. Yeah, man, this is what we do. We give you guys the best of sports talks, a lot of college basketball.
Do you guys want to go deeper before you end the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deeper. Pause.
That's fun.
We were in action, and she said in my ear,
"Yeah,
go deeper. Stay with me now." And what hurt me is I was already all the way in. So I had ran out of pee-pee. And that is what caused me to perfect my craft in the pelvic area so I would never have to hear that again.
You do understand the cameras are rolling?
Yeah.
You understand? I mean, do you really, really want people to know this? I mean, I can edit it out.
No, don't edit it out. I told you I don't have a private life. I'm here to share my stories and my shortcomings.
Who you are now
Yeah, completely
is
different.
manufactured because it was surgically enhanced.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And and I'm comfortable saying that. And I can tell you that it's just something you would never be able to get on TV. That's why we on your show. I want to be able to walk around the beach in my Speedo without being laughed at.
Without being laughed at, is what he said. So we're going to get all you fellas out there, including myself, the information about the enhancement and how long the surgery is, if it's a real surgery, and what type of materials that they use. I heard like some microfiber may been used, kind of how they use a toothpick to kind of, for a split, I don't know. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out.
This is a real thing.
This is a real thing, man. I heard that they have real surgeons out here that can really help you in your needs. They can help you go from 2 to 7. If you had,
wow.
if you had a good 6.5, they can get you to 9. Like that there. And I'm not gonna research it for myself, but I know somebody else who will. I'm not gonna say any names, but Andre Bailey is going to do some research. I'm just like, is this real?
Man.
I had to ask that today.
Yeah,
like, is this real? Was that seriously?
Yeah, he was.
And he said he surgically got it fixed.
Yeah.
And shame on you women for PP bashing. PP bashing.
Some of y'all smell like sardines.
No, but let the ball bounce. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Man, Goose
Thomas does not reflect his words. Look,
man, shout out to my boy Truman Hopkins, man, Immaculate Clothing, man. I am a brand ambassador.
There you go.
Now, man, and he will be sponsoring us.
Okay.
Soon, man.
Okay. All right.
Shout out, man.
Yeah.
So shout him out when you get sponsored.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
We'll send him an invoice.
We'll send that bread.
This guy.
That BREAD. Send that bread.
Salute to everybody out there. Man.
Salute, man. We love y'all, man. Have a great weekend. Yeah, and keep following Let the Ball Bounce as we give you guys the best of sports talk on YouTube. Your guy, Dre Bailey.
Man, Goose Thomas.
And if you scared,
go deeper.
Go deeper.
Deeper.
What's that? I ran out of PP. What?